Hello, hello. And yeah, I figured since we're getting close to nighttime and we'll be leaving Kim behind to do stuff like, take boots off of corpses. It works. Alright. Give me one moment. My phone's still running a mobile game. Just wanna close out of it. Okie dokie. So yeah, it's been a while since I've last streamed because yay, getting sick and then ear infections. Woo! But thankfully I'm pretty much recovered from it other than a bout of really aggravating tinnitus. But we're here to continue today. Don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, but other than that, I'm going to be away for a whole week, so there will be another week-long absence, sadly. It's like, yay, it's September. People could subscribe for 20% off, and half the month I'm sick or away. Woo, taking advantage of that September. Alright, let me just post on Plurk. I mean, pretty much no one comes from Plurk anymore, but one moment. Okie dokie. Oh god, so what did we do last? Okay, so we talked to the woman. She was like, oh, I wasn't raped. They were just telling me to tell you that I was. And then... But we're all, like, sus about her. So... Oh god, kid, this game, please get me some music. My tinnitus is so bad right now. My senses are mad sus. Hey, hey! What time we got? 7 o'clock. Alright, so let's... How do I... Oh. I was like, why am I not going out? It's like, oh, I gotta click the door first. I guess we'll confront the Hardy Boys about, like, well, I talked to her, and she said she wasn't raped, so... I don't know what to tell you. What did I miss? I don't remember where you left last time. I talked... So... Yeah, I don't remember where you, what points you left. But... I don't know, we found out that I talked to Fat Man. Okay. So I don't remember in general what I did after that. But I came back... At some point, I came back here. And I was just like, okay, so... Tell me what the hell is going on. Fat Man said you gotta talk to me. So he's like, whatever, fine. So, told me that the person who was raped was the woman from the very beginning of the game. The one who was standing on the balcony outside of my room. So, we're like, okay, so fine, we'll talk to her. And we went to talk to her. And she's like, yeah, no, I actually wasn't raped. They just kind of told me to say that. And it's just like, bruh. But she's, like, being, like, very just normal about everything, and, you know, she's like, yeah, I was fucking the dude, and, you know, I'm kind of fucking all those dudes, too, and, yeah, there was they said that the main reason they killed the guy was because he raped someone, like, the mercenary, the guy who died, but, yeah. So now we're gonna be, like, bro, what's up? That wasn't what we were told.
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, she said she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't have trusted it.
Okay.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
That's literally what he just said. When I went after the conversation I had with him before, I went up and you can go into her room, and then from her room go up onto the balcony.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
I cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardy!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
So why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
I love that the only person who seems to be actively antagonistic and a piece of shit has a super southern accent. Right, though?
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Alright, so where did you get it?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Okay, so you bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Oh, which one of you is doing it?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Oh, where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah,
Play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Okay, so I know that the pawn shop. I think the pawn shop. No, who had the tape player? Was it the pawn shop? Was it that one dude? No, that was the speaker. Well, let me just for just for whatever's sake, look at the one in my room. Yeah, I'm gonna check mine. And if that doesn't work, I believe that the pawn shop one has one that isn't too bank breaking. Hello.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now.
Welp.
The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Le Mercier. Their logo depicts the triple-towered Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore.
Well, any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Yep. Just what I thought. So let's go see our buddy Roy. I had a thought. Where was my thoughts? My thoughts! It went away. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, whatever. That's a sign for super cop here. I am anything but a super cop. Although, where are my thoughts right now? I don't know if any of these are, like, super useful. Like, I can, I've got slots to unlock more stuff, but, there's an awful lot of thoughts. I always forget advance. Yeah, but that takes a skill point. I have to spend a skill point to forget it. Well, yeah, but what if I need them? Oh. I wish I knew what these did. That's the thing. Wait, hold on. Well, speed. Yeah, like it doesn't even hint at what it's gonna do. That's the problem. Like, even if it gave me a slight hint, like that would be really helpful, but I like, is it just like, did it just expect me to kind of just, go by random? Because I know, these are just the temporary research, but, what ultimately is it going to give me? That's the problem. Whatever. Not what it does. Yeah, sometimes I might take a quick look at the thoughts and, just see what they do. I won't look up how to get them or anything, just, you know, kind of check around, see what they do. Research if I... Yeah, but what... I need the skill points for something, like, if I have, like, a check I really want to make.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
The ones he saves scum. Looks like, if, say I have, like, a, you know, like a 10% chance at something, I might put in a point to make it a little easier to save scum.
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's a third option?
No. Stop goofing around, recruit.
Is it her missing husband?
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing her? But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
Yeah, this doesn't add up.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later.
Yeah, this is nonsense.
Not honorable, recruit.
Did you not get more stuff to give you experience towards more skill points? No? Yes? I don't think so. Wait. Oh, like the conceptualization thing. But that's only if conceptualization pops. Which isn't, like, a lot. I'm going the wrong way, I think. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although if I get a thought, conceptually just need to trigger more to get more XP. Maybe. Yeah. Because the thing is, if I get a thought that I think is absolute shit, then I have to waste, like, another point just to get rid of it. But sure, okay. +1 conceptualization, which I do want to keep, honestly, considering the actual art degree. Whatever, just do that. I mean, gameplay-wise, like, I get LOL Advanced Race Theory bad, obviously, but gameplay-wise, it does not give me any disadvantages, so if I have all these slots free, there's no point in me forgetting it. I'm not talking about the meta, I'm just saying.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Looking for something that plays me a tape for police business.
Yeah, we still have those boomboxes on the shelves.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
This man just dropped off my pizza on the doorstep and did not knock or ring my doorbell. Or, like, bruh, at least knock. Can I get a discount on the boombox?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Doorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
8?
Actually, yes. Let's. 8 is an even better number than 12. Even more internal balance. Better integrity, too.
Sure.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Okay. So they said to equip. Makes sense.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
You push commencer and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Eesh.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally.
Okay.
I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Quick, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
Oh, what was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah, he also sounded pretty drunk.
Still.
You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Corti?
Corti could be short for Cortenar, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Right, well, what's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, so what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Right, well, I guess we're going back to talk to her. For a second, I'm just like, where's the exit? Hey. Back to the place. Ah, yes, it did set up the donation thingy. Just had to verify the bank thing with the PayPal account. Up this way. It should be verified now. Yeah, I had to do that yesterday. It was taking its sweet time, so I had to, do another verification method. But it should be all hooked up now. Stupid ass tinnitus. Do a quick save and talk to her.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Yeah, it's under about. It's like the donation thing is where it says the something with tip jar, the banner there. It'll have the little info underneath, but it is in the about section. Probably gonna have to make a little donation banner. Hey, God, it's freaking tinnitus. It was so good. It got better today, and then it just got worse again. Anyway, Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
It was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Persona? Persona!
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Right, well, now that you had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Amounts of 100, 1,000. Yeah, I think, like, I see sometimes when people are donating bits, it'll show up, like, they'll have, like, 5 100s in a row or something. Like, say, if they were donating 500 bits, but I've never actually tried donating bits before, so I couldn't tell you. You'd probably just have to Google it, see if there's information that way.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
All right, well, where is Lelystad? Counts as an emote, like typing the whole in caps to get.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
So you were both from there?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
So I guess this?
Oh, thank you. And, I guess so, yeah. Thank you for the biddies. And why did my thing not save? I had something set up for, like, for the bits. Oh. Give me 1 second. I'm curious why it didn't save.
This is a test bit alert.
It's pretty weird. It should have saved. Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why it didn't come up like that. It's all enabled. Should be saved. Well, I saved it again. Huh, well, whatever. Anyway. Nah, it should still be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot.
Well, you don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together, in loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
How old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Oh crap, I forgot to put in my ear medicine earlier. Ah, whatever.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Point sound good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Yay. Well,
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
Alright, his eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
I literally didn't know as it just started. Oh, yay! Thank you! Woo! We got $1! Hold on a second. Email your first donation. Congratulations. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you, Streamlabs. And another... Sorry, I'm just checking. PayPal notification of payment received. I have received payment of $1. Yay, okay, so it works.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Yeah, we're talking about the dead dude. Alright, well, he had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
It was an RNG's map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Is it?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths. And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
Lonely man on a lonely road. No dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
It's not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober.
Yeah, Killer
Change of
Academy.
topic?
Sounds like an awesome school to go to. Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
It's just a feeling I have. Indulge me.
Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
Oh, we ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that's going to show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
Horse-based. God damn it.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Alright, we done.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Turns out the guy is Joe Rogan. Well, shit. Oops, wrong thing. I talk to the corpse. He'll try to show you a chimpanzee video. Oh, man. I heard, like, Oklahoma is completely out of that ivermectin stuff. Like, you can't even get it for your horse now. Hey, Jim! What's up? Alright. Now we gotta talk to him again. Yay.
It's you again. What is it?
So, I talked to her about the tape.
And
she stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Used to medicine in India for like 30 years. Yeah, there is like a version of it that's like a human meant for humans, but it's an anti-parasitic. So
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Oh, it didn't come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
He said it, not me.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
A friend of mine actually had to answer a bunch of questions recently to get medicine for his dog. Turns out it had vibrate. Oh, man. Oh, we've really gotten to this point, haven't we?
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Like, I'm thoroughly unsurprised. But, man.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Okay, so what really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to. Like a nut in a skirt, he's a bit testy. God damn it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Oh, that's good. Alright, let's save. We should be good on that check, but it's still, you know, might take a little bit of save scum.
It's you again. What is it?
We have a lot of pluses. Robert, compromise skill set known. Angus can't take pressure. Warns about the tribunal. Discussed 8th Hardy. Confronted about drug trade.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
Yeah, one of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
Really matter what I choose here? Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
they kill you because they think it's funny.
They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to drinking.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Ha ha!
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Interesting.
What just happened between these two?
Damn it, every time my phone dings, I keep hoping it's an email from CVS, but still nothing.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
So there was a wound. You should try looking for it one more time before you send the body away.
I wonder if that was that like really hard to see check that was like in his mouth.
Cause the girls asked us to.
What?
They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Ah, so that's why the window in her, on her balcony was, new.
He means they'd been fucking.
You think?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Well, who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Yeah. He's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Well, if she didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Didn't notice anything. What kind of shit we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Morlintern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
Or that is his pants.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Mm-hmm. So the coast, I'm guessing, is the place we can't get to until tomorrow. Ballistics buddy, I don't know who. Yeah. I don't know who knows about ballistics. For a second, I got like a deja vu thing. Then I was like, I know who does, I know who knows about ballistics. But then I just realized that I was thinking about Ace Attorney, something in a case I was doing. eBay. Okay. Damn it, my phone keeps dinging for everything except what I need it to ding for. So whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier he said the girls ask you for your help. Who is this other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it. For political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
So it was.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Sure, but can you tell me anything about her?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Alright, I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but...
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Well. And back upstairs. Oh yeah, before we do that, let me check something. There was some stuff we wanted to do at night. Is that... was... large thinkers and private. This is... groups. After 2100, okay. I wonder if there's armor somewhere. I'll take another look. I mean, I didn't see anything there when I last looked, but we'll give it a look-see again.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
So the Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two, then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
It's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
It's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
Well, what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Well, that's a time to go.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Hell of a climax.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
I'll just skip. Then what happens?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
He was stiff, and then he was a stiff.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Sorry that happened.
So am I.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did he do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
All right, what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Who's Ruby?
Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Lita? It's nicknamed because of her red hair.
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Well, then what did he do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
No, what did he do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
All right, where is she now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Clausia.
Did he hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. But there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course. Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer, and it makes you sweat.
When was the window changed?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
You know, I think you didn't make that call.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Your real name isn't that?
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Okay, you can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time.
It's your
I'm
real
so
name.
tired of it. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Elysium is my father's name.
Finally, we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
We'll get back to this later. I need to check out the dude who's smoking. The speed is past 21 o'clock. Oh yeah, we need to look at this
window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Oh my god, this is... Of course, what I'm doing is -2 visual calculus right now. Of course. Save scum.
This window is pristine on the inside. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
That face.
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Okay, inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Would the shot have come inside the room?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Sure.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Okay, let's have a look at the boardwalk.
700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
And point B, this?
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
What do you think, Kim?
From where, precisely?
Let's say these.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Okay. Hang on a sec, just want to quickly see if there's anything else on the roof that I can examine right now.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get in like this, so... Not safe's coming a 3% chance. You would be here all night and then some. Oh yeah, I can ask the dude. See what he has to say.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Nah.
Yes.
Oh. Fully explained.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Well, you have Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she?
What? Did someone mention my name?
We were just paying you a compliment. And finding out a degenerate from room 3 nicked the phone line. Everything is okay here. Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Was there anything else? Yes. Another thing. Yes.
Crap. Sacrifice.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Damn it. How do I get in here?
You see a heavy steel door.
Let me just see what the check is.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Well, she's the next link in the chain that leads me to the killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
What's the antique rifle have to do with any of this? I mean, I could probably save scum this. But I wonder how long that guy that we need to talk to is going to be there for. Let's talk to him real quick and come back. They'll probably still be here. Right, go this way. Okay, now I believe we go to the right and then up the stairs. I've already gone through this place. Balcony, right. There's the guy. Alright. Quick save. And what's up?
Yes?
Not you, Kim.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Yep, the cleaning lady let us in.
Beautiful.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Sus. I've got questions first. Well, why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Okay, but first you.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Okay.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves.
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Very mysterious.
Very. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Well. Quarterly Business Magazine. Photo. Party Dragon Silk Robe. Sure. What am I wearing right now? Course. Give me drama and electrochemistry. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, let's talk to his... Oops, there's something here. +1 logic, -1 suggestion. Alright, let's talk to his Sunday friend.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Oh, God. Jim, no, I keep thinking about AUSA now. Man.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
I probably will.
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy.
It's all ripped. I wonder why.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Alright, so you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Alright, start from the beginning.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Alright, anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Oh, he's totally banging the smoker. Undoubtedly. So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
Okay, so what is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the Coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Okay, so what is this Zifrai stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Thank you, Kim.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
He is really, really boring.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Okay, great.
But not too far below. No.
Oh my god.
Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
Okay, cool.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, why not?
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing
I said give me a pamphlet. Not
stability
keep going.
is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
As much as this bores me, I might be able to see if we learn anything that was actually useful. Well, tell me more about the moral intern.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Okay, so we're actually working for them?
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Are you a moralist? I think he just said he was.
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Hey, Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Yeah, this place don't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Rivachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Rivachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it.
Oh my
You're all
god.
doing very well here, relatively speaking.
It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yeah, everything else is super extreme. I just got a Steam achievement. The world's most laughable centrist. Defends the political center 7 times. Everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed, an ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about this thing. I've already forgot what it is.
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
Well, what makes it as such?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Okay, tell me about this place.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur la Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Okay, but outside of that...
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
Just Tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
If he knows so much about Oranje, maybe he also knows about Oranje's mercenaries.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Man who was lynched outside your window was from there.
Oh, that's unusual. The Oranjés are not the kind of people you associate with heinous crimes. It's such an upstanding and responsible country.
Yeah, not how I'd describe the guy.
Well, certainly one cannot rely simply on generalizations. That would go against our commitment to individual freedoms. And, of course, any loss of life is a tragedy. So tell me, what have you learned about the victim? It's the responsibility of any good welfare state to take care of its most unfortunate citizens.
Yeah, they kind of turned into a psychopathic killing machine.
They gave him a successful career. What else has your investigation uncovered?
He liked to get high and brag about war crimes he'd committed.
Extremely distasteful behavior. I cannot condone either drug use or needless boasting. Suffice it to say, that is not how we do things in Sur-la-Clé.
After he was charged from the military, he joined a mercenary outfit.
That is extremely unfortunate. Yes, it's regrettable that this practice has a history in certain Occidental nations, even highly advanced members of EPIS. But rest assured, the Oranjese government has committed to producing a timetable that would lay out a path to transition to a professional army. Soon, there'll be no need for mercenaries like this poor man.
What kind of timetable we talking about here?
Oh, it's hard to put an exact date on it. I believe the proposal for the timetable is due to be completed around 60 or 61.
That's like a decade from now.
See? That's the kind of progress that the moral intern makes possible.
We killed a lot of people on these islands for the sake of the pharmaceutical industry.
A great shame, yes. Colonialism is a dark specter in Oranje's past.
It's still going on, man.
Which is why the work of the moral intern is so critical. It is our great bulwark against another century of bloodshed.
Okay.
As I said, the loss of any life is terrible, no matter who the person may have been. I do hope you're able to bring his killer or killers to justice. We must show that the rule of law still applies, even in Rivachol.
Tell me about your friend.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's it actually like?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to emigrate.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
Bruh. What are you talking about?
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Cool, so what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all he could tell me about him is he's
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth.
Yeah, seriously, what kind of education could he get in this shithole? What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view?
Listen.
What?
The Insulindian Bay.
What?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the millionaire view stays. You can't take that away.
Just asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears, officer. A moment, officer.
What?
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
I'm taking a look around.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful...
Yeah, okay, cool.
Mazovian socioeconomics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
I don't really like this. I mean, how often do these dialogue options actually show up? And I lost these two. Whatever. I mean, I can always forget it if anything. Nothing there. Just going back inside.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism. In other words, the star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is it upside down?
to symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
Cool. I guess. Well, that was a complete and utter waste of time. Wow. That was really a waste of time. No, wrong way. Alright, let's save scum a little bit. Once we get to Titus again. I'm gonna go back to the body after we say goodnight to Kim for the because I want to try getting the boots off of him, and I can't do that when Kim's with me. Hence the title of the stream. So I'm gonna talk to Titus then, say goodnight to Kim. Let's make another manual save too.
It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
Shouldn't go for fresh air for a smoke?
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him.
Alright, good night.
I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
My brain.
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yeah, we have a ballistics lab. We consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Have you noticed the winch out back?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar? Like some kind of...
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
Well, she could have gone to the roof from somewhere inside here.
Nah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
Maybe there's more.
What do you mean?
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene? If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot. Tell you one thing, I liked how that goddamn winch came up again. That was nifty.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly? Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
There are weapons just like this lying around Martinez.
That looks antique. A Velma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Hey, a local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her?
You lost your gun?
Oops.
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
It was a joke.
Sure. Take your sorry ass out of here. Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
There's a small chance that the shot became from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Well, she could have smuggled guns.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of...
Okay, cop. She's got connections. I could see how she could have access to a gun. That still doesn't mean she did.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
Okay, I didn't say I'd prove she had it, just that we need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Okay, so let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
You have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Okay, when did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
Well, what else did she tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Am I a can opener, Kim?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called Pete. But she was too scared.
Interesting. Do you have any clues on where she went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Alright, so can you tell me I should start looking?
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Do you know what she's doing with the Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
That doesn't really help me. Okay, it's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
I'll shake his hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
I'm just gonna think.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Well, we, what is this? Let's take player. We have learned a lot. And man, we have a lot to do in that fishing village tomorrow. Let's see. Okay.
Another thing. Great. Yes.
You see a heavy steel.
Oh, damn it. Oh yeah, let's say goodnight to Kim. Which I don't actually know how to do, so let's maybe go to his door? Maybe that's how you do it? No? Maybe my door? See you in the morning. Okay, cool. I'm gonna close the door. And...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. The youth center.
More private where you feel safe enough to sleep. But that, I assume that meant back in my room. So what can't I do? Try to using your pry bar to open the kitchen door. I guess no. I can give that a shot. Or even equip the. Usually if the pry bar makes a difference, it'll give me like, oh, -1. You know, you're not holding a pry bar. But I can give it a shot. How do I forge the signatures though? Because it says some more pry. I guess I still gotta talk to them first, maybe. Weird. Yeah, I guess so.
You see a heavy...
No, it doesn't make a difference. Alright, well, let's go check out the dead body. So it wouldn't be possible for you to feasibly have the signatures. Oh yeah, good point.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That ruby of yours?
Yeah.
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Could have come from anywhere.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
So far, no one's mentioned hearing the shot.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
This way, I think.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Let's turn it.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have...
Okay.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top.
Okay, apparently it's
and
not
an
strong
electric
enough.
freezer that appears to be frozen.
That.
This orange turning the crank is all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
That did nothing. I guess we're gonna need a stronger pry bar. Alright, body time.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge.
Let's pull the right one.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Let's pull the left one.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Just seating position.
He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles.
I couldn't do this with Kim.
Covering his milky eyes. This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
That's charming.
Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Okay, we'll go in the Whirling's kitchen after this. Just, got... Wash the boots in a kitchen somewhere.
The
I
bear's
still want to
eyes
look.
are still glowing red.
Hang on.
The bear's eye.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. Come back later.
I'll come back here with Kim in the morning and see if Kim can help me move him and so I can check his mouth. Because, theoretically there should be a bullet there. Alright, let's, leave, I guess. Let's go to the Whirling's kitchen. No one's gonna notice me just washing a boot with dead rotting skin in it. Just behind the bar. Just... Oh, they're gone.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand.
So got the cookware.
A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Check out the cleaning supplies.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
Right. Let's put the dish soap and the bottle of white vinegar into the pot.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them.
Alrighty.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Wait.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface. The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Alright, I got some boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Master Chef out. +2 authority, -1 composure. My current boots have +1 composure, -1. Oh my god, it looks so fucking stupid. Kim's not gonna be happy. This composure. Keep your poker face. I can't lie. I'll keep that in mind for later. Spend a skill point on composure. I could. You know, I could. Do I want to? I'll think about it. Okay, so that's taken care of. I still can't do anything with this stupid ass door. Okay. Is there anything else I can do tonight? I think that's all I can do tonight.
It's the low, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back. Arson, petty theft, you don't exactly close.
Let's take a little look outside, see if there's anything, anything else going on. Those two are fucking before marriage. Alright, let's see. Anything going on around here? No. Nope. Do you have anything new to say, lady?
The woman is still.
Huh?
No, nothing new. I shall hydrate. Actually, one moment. Where am I going? Just want to see what that ice cream thing said again. Wait, what is this?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr. This orange machine, you slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is... If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your... This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
That didn't help. Whatever. Maybe it'll eventually melt? Oh, we'll leave it as such. Alright, I think that's all we can really do for the day. Yeah, we'll see what it's like tomorrow. Is there anything here? Nope. Alright, I guess we're going to sleep. For lack of better ideas.
The bed is still cold.
Alright, you know, let me make a hard save.
The bed is still...
Alright. Sleep time.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it.
Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I mean, isn't that how sleep works? You just pretend to sleep until you are. Yeah, pretty much. Wakey, wakey. Get up. Get up. Stop being lazy. Awesome. I feel like there was something else I wanted to ask the Hardy Boys, and I can't remember what it was. But I will come back to them at some point. Hey, Kim!
Yes?
Nothing. Window!
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
You've been here for a long time. Really, you've been here for ages. I wonder.
Behind the dockworkers, nothing.
Oh. Wait, why don't I check if I have stats that help me with that? Keep forgetting, I have a decent amount of clothes right now.
Behind
what
the
was the check? Perception. What do I got for perception? Do I have anything for perception? I do not have anything for perception.
Behind the dock workers, a seat, nothing.
It's okay, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. My neck. Man, I almost fell asleep during physical therapy today. Physical therapist was doing, I don't know what she was doing.
The dock workers, a
like,
ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass. Nothing. Just black.
With like my ribs, like doing a bunch of like pressing down and holding stuff. And it was like, oof, she was working on me for so long. Yeah, I got a massage also. It wasn't the best massage. The guy who did it today isn't really the greatest at it, but when physical therapist was working on me, it was like 20 minutes, like I almost fell asleep.
Behind the dock workers, a seat, nothing.
Come on. We can do this. Not gonna waste one of my skill things when... Maybe I'll put it... What do I have in perception right now? 3. Well, let's level up perception. Doing cupping. That sounds familiar. What is cupping?
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. So there's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
A bronze key?
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Hey, someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
Could you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Don't be a bitch.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Cute.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder. Making suction and pulls away from the muzzle. Ah. Yeah, I think I had read about that at some point in time. Wonder.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. The key fits the dimple lock.
Yo.
It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks.
Yo!
Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Let's see what we find. Involved? NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Who is NB? I will take that $5. Yeah, I
This
just...
small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
No Latin for note. Well, okay. I was thinking, like, is that, you know, someone's initials? Should I be looking for someone's initials, NB? All right, cool, thanks. Because that was gonna be a red herring for me. But yeah, I just unlocked the kitchen door with the key that was hanging by the union people. They're like, I don't know what the hell this is.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Let's look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
It's a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Wonder what it was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Let's do it. The hell is this? It falls and you die. Game over. Small windows. Boxes of tools and replacement parts lined in the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine. Thank you. I will take that. Hey, Kim's dancing! Look at him! Oh shit, this is the thing that leads out to the roof. Woo! Look at you go, Kim! Yeah! You see, that's why the game is called Disco Elysium. Because you're dancing. I'm gonna take that coat. How does it compare to what do I have now? I have support, shivers, says, empathy, hand-eye coordination. Okay.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago.
Oh, he's not
Everything's
dancing anymore.
covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up fixing them at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Well, this used to be a workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
It was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all that's left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean that the Whirling in Rags really is part of the Dunes commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
I'm sure he's the kind of guy who would love to do that. Footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Ooh.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
That one's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Okay, so what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's take a closer look.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This print doesn't look like the odd-soled prints we found at the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Interesting. Tiny hole in the wall. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into the bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were they doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural. This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Let's unbar it.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
Yes?
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality, he was 42 years old?
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58?
Oh my god, that's really old. Really?
You asked.
Maybe you're wrong. You were wrong about the deceased too? He was way younger.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately. I
Yeah.
didn't say 62, I said 58.
Wait, this requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator. Sure. Why not? I have no idea what that's gonna do, but...
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
I don't know, why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles, a bitter little smile. She means it.
Turned out well for you. You slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for, then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
It's turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me, then? What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
Something seems off with this theory I've developed.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
Right.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Wonder... Oops. Someone was jealous about her. I'm gonna leave back through her room just to see if there's anything left in there. No. Nah. Alright, let's go talk to Cafeteria Dude. Be like, yo, pinballs.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
What if I told you I got to the back room?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
What, do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Also, there's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to, I can't remember how this is pronounced, bedroom.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment?
Yeah, we good.
Yes.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah. Anything else you want?
Start sitting across. He spent and then standard working boot. The emblem on his vest in the far corner. Side in conclusion. Exactly.
Okay. I was seeing if I can bring up to them, like, yo, I found the thing. Alright, let's check out that icebox. Maybe it... whatever, overnight.
This orange machine, you slip your fingers up if you want to try again. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream chip.
We'll give it some more time, I guess. Or no rush. Alright, let's see if we can get out the body to give it another examination. Now that we know what we're looking for.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Yeah. Plus 14. We know what's in there.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips. It's right under the palm of your hand.
Audio didn't line up. My total is 30. Always good to have a plus 14.
His cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Okay, I'm gonna put my fingies in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Appetizing.
You're on the right track.
Okay, this feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth.
Yes.
Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
I'm glad I'm not eating.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I'ma touch it.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
I'ma put my fingy in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Feel around a bit.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. The bullet has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
The cavity is here, cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Gonna push even deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Gonna wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. This must be the bullet.
Okay. Oof.
You pick the sharp metal bullet between your index and middle finger. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Slowly pull my fingies out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Okay.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it.
Yay.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
This concurs with the stories.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. Treatment. It's obvious the Hardy Boys tampered with it.
We should have known.
I had my doubts. There were no signs of a struggle on his hands. No claw marks on his neck. But still.
His brow furrows while his eyes glaze over. The lieutenant looks regretful for not figuring this out before.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Same information anyway. I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
No!
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
We'll take care of that later. The day's only begun. Not sending you away for the entire day. Well, we'll send him away in the evening. Anyway. Let's take a look at that bullet.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
No, good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Let's feel it.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Let's inspect it closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
So look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
This.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be any time soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Hold on. That'll help a little bit. Wait, I just clicked.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag. You can't
Load. We're gonna get this. Street Fighter Third Strike.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a rifle. Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses these rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. I just saw that picture.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this come from.
Okay. And?
Well, the shot probably came from a Belle McGrave, the rifle.
An antique.
I can talk.
That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Imagine that!
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun. It's okay. And an antique. That makes sure there's some new art.
Prohibiting peacetime law.
Imagine if everyone. But back to the investigation. Let's find out.
Glad that doesn't exist. It's glad that we live in a world where that could never happen. Locate a working firearm that shoots 4.46 ammo. I wonder if there's anything else in here that's useful. This is where we got the gun before.
A few bricks have fallen off.
No. Okay. Okay, interesting, interesting. Alright, so let's check out the new area we haven't been to yet. Wrong way. Oh wait, I just remembered something.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
First I stretch. Alright, yes, I'm ready.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal Care Unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Oh, so he's boarding?
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Ravachol.
He was found in a leaf compactor. Yeah, I thought the person on the recording was talking to Cordy. Well, I'm gonna listen to the recording again after this.
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any info on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Alright, well, we have his name in the service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions? 57,
Good for now.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see the porter reel is
When this shit gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the... Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
the lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête.
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
But we just found out that...
I think we've got a...
Eventually we're gonna have to talk to that guy, but I like to have a little more info first. Alright, cool. Let's check out the new area. I think the area that we're going to now, I'm gonna be able to find a place where I can sleep for the night. Instead of having to pay at the Whirling in Rags. Okay, how do I do this thing?
A rusting control panel. The water lock starts moving.
Yeah! Come on, you can do it. Awesome.
Alright, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks. And if you wanted to forge that document for Everard, now you can.
Okay. I'll do that later. I want to talk to the people first. Give me 1 second. I just want to check 2 things real quick. Not like game related. I just want to see if... want to see if my stupid COVID test results came in. Fucking hell, CVS. Come on, I need this by Saturday. No, Mark got his this, like, early this afternoon. And literally, I put mine in the deposit box before his. The fuck? Whatever. Okay, and then... I'm just gonna... No, still need more stamina. Okay, no, just checking my mobile game. Really? We'll take this magnesium. Mine says no entry. Okay, let's go this way then. Break the box. What is this? 90 cents! Yeah! Ha! 59.59. Banged up fuel canister. Sure. Why not?
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
Can't you make paint from the oil? Yeah!
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Oh, let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
$10 says that's my car.
Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Let's run my hands over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What's the make of it? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
It's totally my car, isn't it?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Let's wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
Aw, we're whistling together.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
What is that even supposed to mean? Was your dad also, you know what? Yeah, that does sound kind of racist. Would you rather sit in an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to, well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Okay, but gun to your head.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Set a number on the side.
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Oh boy. I knew it. District something? A precinct?
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41, your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Worth it. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I don't have that kind of money.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
God, the badge, the gun, now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. At least we have a pretty good suspect. If we found your motor carriage in the sea, maybe we'll find her too.
At least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
F. I got my badge. Yay! My badge! And a coat. What the hell was visual calculus again? Reconstruct crime scenes. I want to put this back on though. guess. Let's... Banged up fuel canister. Transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. Okay. So maybe I can get oil with that.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Is me!
At least something good came out of all this.
Let's look at it.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
I mean, no shit. Well, look at what I look like now.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name?
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
What kind of name is that?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
Yeah, got my morale back. Alright.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And that thing?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decontage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What's the thing?
Decontage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
No, we're talking about kinks now?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Aw, thanks, Kim.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. Such a small yet precious...
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Date of issue?
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
I remember that time!
The tie around your neck feels tight suddenly.
That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going! What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate.
Alright. Cool. Got some more stuff done. Oops. Take that, thank you very much. Some snow. Where are we? Doesn't really help much. Quick travel. How do I quick travel? How do I quick travel? I'll take that. Thank you. I will talk to you in a moment. First, I'm gonna loot the area.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
The hell are you doing here?
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
I'm gonna sing.
Oh, Jetty, oh, Jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Have to be in front of the shack, spy cam car outside the church, and then you can... That's dumb as hell.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
And you can only fast travel to one of the other 2 locations. That is so dumb.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never... Do you know how they discovered this place?
The Silent?
No, they're in Sealindian, Isla.
No.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Oops.
Of course. I hear you have singled out a...
Found my badge.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Okay. I'll talk to you later about whatever stuff. First, I want to actually properly look around this village. Hang on a second. Although, you know what? I think I actually might call it here for a night. We've been going about 4 hours, and I'm starting to get a little sleepy. Or at least tired enough to need to flop into bed. But, thanks for coming by. It was really fun to play again after so long. I kind of want to play again tomorrow if I can. I don't know if it's going to be as late because I got to get up early the following day because I'm going to Canada for a week. So, but maybe from like 7 to 10 tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So thanks for coming. And we shall pick up either tomorrow or we will pick up next week. Well, next like week after. But the week of like the 19th onwards. So, yeah. Alright. Good night, everyone.